out there, just maybe I went over this once before, but it's kind of a good breakdown. If you go to the main page, Day Trading Radio, and you can look at there's a link there for the RockBot, so you can go watch this video. This video is almost kind of what we're doing tonight, kind of review of what this is. I'm not going to go into too much detail. Like I said, most of it is on the other video, but the RockBot in a nutshell is the HPS setups. The HPS high probability setup trades taken on a very short time frame, using as a scalping tool, usually tracking something very fluid like the ES, the E-mini contract, the MES, the micros, the NASDAQ, anything like that, or regular stocks. All the setups work the same, but this is ideal for something like a futures contract that's been programmed, and it gives the best results, even though the longer the time frame you go out, the better the results. So it's really up to you how you want to use it. You're going to get a set of scripts that you're going to run on your NinjaTrader. Now, the NinjaTrader platform has to run on a NinjaTrader platform, and NinjaTrader is its own charting service. So you really have to step up, and you have to have the NinjaTrader service to be able to use this. Now there's different options and stuff. It's not, I'm not really up to date on different platforms and programs they have going on now, or everything that goes along with that. But they're a very good broker. I use them, and they have a good margin for futures, which just recently went up today. But that'll come back, and overall, a good starting business. The charts are great, and I'm using it. And this is actually built on their language, their programming language, so it works on their machine. So you have to have that, and then each one you'll learn more about it. You got to do your own research on the RockBot. I help you as much as I can on the RockBot, but NinjaTrader, you got to learn your way around it. And I'll show you how to get to these things. So you're going to be getting these first one, 2, 3, 4. You're going to get the first 4 scripts tonight. The long, short, 1 minute and 5 minute divergent scripts. The reason I'm just separating those. I have the bull and bear flags done. Everything else is done. Super signal is done. But I want to keep those separate, and I'm actually going to try to do the super signal in one thing. I have a reason. But these are all done.
Tradometer,
but you're going to get 4, and we're going to discuss these 4 tonight. And it has some trading filters. You're going to see how to, what this means over here, and how to configure and optimize it. Hopefully we get through a lot of it tonight. All right, so again, the Thunderbird is basically my code name for divergent setup. And the divergent setup is something that we trade constantly here on all time frames. On the swing trades, when we're going out for more than a few days, holding a position, we want to be trading into that, coming out of that nice buy side divergence if we're going long, or short side divergence if you're going short. So we break those down to different time frames. So you have the 1 minute, the 5 minute, and long and short. The original gangster. These are the other ones that you're going to have. And with this is even great, because you know how good this has been working. This has been working on. This is fantastic right now. The tradometer. Let's take a look. I think I have it up on my screen, because I use it a lot too. Just it's such a great indication of where buy zones and sell zones are. And you get this with the bot code. So you get them both. It's originally I was trying to intermix the codes that would, I didn't have no experience. I had to hire someone to do it, but just take the signals with this and overlay them with the signals on the other platform. And I knew that was going to open up a can of worms to do that. So I said, you know what? Let's just give them this. You have one on one screen, one on the other screen. You just have to do it that way until I figured out how to merge the two alerts together. But this is what we're talking about right now. We're just sell signals in red, Green signals are the buy signals. All right, I want to continue on here. We have the ability to add on the RockBot channel. We have the ability to send out emails and text messages for the alerts, and we just haven't put it together yet. But we have the ability to do that, live alerts off the RockBot channel. These are the people that don't have the code or not lifetimers, and they just subscribe to the channel, watching the bot instead of having the bot on their machines. There's a difference. So the bot coders or lifers are getting that. They get the code and they could do they could use it to trade or set the parameters the way they have it. If you don't have it and you're watching the channel, then you're just watching the bot performance stuff there. And you can get these alerts on the channel, meaning if you're not in front of the computer, it might give you an alert. That's that right there. So I want to bring over the bot right now, and I want to show you how to, when you get this, when you get the code, when I send you the code, it's going to come in a zip file. You're going to go to your see what we have here. You're going to go to this is your dashboard or your panel, your control panel. You have orders, strategies, whatever strategies are running, positions, your log, accounts, etc. So all that stuff there. But up on the top here on the NinjaTrader, when it starts up, this is going to pop up. It's going to be blank too, because most of it will be blank. But because this is running, always running, this is filled up. Up on the top, when you have the NinjaTrader, you're going to import. You're going to go to Tools, and you're going to import. I want to send you, or actually, what you're going to do, actually, even better. Forgot to tell you the important part here. You're going to go to the website, and you'll see a link to the code. And if you have access to the code, if you have access to that section, you can go in there and you're going to click on the link, and it's going to download. It's going to download for you. It'll be on this page right here, up on the top. There'll be a link. We're putting it up there tonight. It'll be a link right here, up on the top. I'll say download code. So you'll be able to download the code. I have your license. I have your ID number for your machine ID. That all works behind in the Ninja platform, and then you're good to go. So what we're gonna get back to here is the dashboard here. So you're gonna go to Tools. You're gonna go to Import, because you just downloaded it to your computer. So it's inside your computer under Downloads or wherever your download. You're gonna go to NinjaScript add-on, and then boom, you're gonna take the file that you just saved, downloaded, and you're gonna click on it. I'm not gonna add it on to mine right now. You're gonna click on it, and it's gonna import it. And it'll come up with a little window and say, all been imported successfully. And then you have it. And what you want to do then, and I'll walk you through this right now, is you're going to get it, this is the way I do it. Everyone does it different. There's so many different options with NinjaTrader that, I don't know what you want to do. You can open up, I just start with the chart. And you put up what, trading vehicle, what contract, what month, what stock, whatever you're going to trade, you put up here. So we can put the ES and make sure it's the right contract, forward month, June, So you click on that. It's going to set up everything. You could do the color. You could customize the color. You could customize all that. It's up to you. It's very easy to do and probably pretty fun. And then you're going to say OK. And then a chart's going to pop up here. It's just going to pop up. It already has my indicators on it. And when you set it up, I'll also put a file there for my template if you want to have the same template I have. I'll put a file in there. I could do that tonight also. And if I don't do it tonight, just remind me, because that's easy enough to do. So you don't even have to worry to set up everything. Everything will be set up exactly like this if you want it. Or you set up your own template. It doesn't matter. All right, and then right up here in this little, and then again, this is NinjaTrader 8 platform. Right up here is strategies. Over here is your trading. What is it called? They call it something here. Chart Trader. Oh, that's a Chart Trader hidden, and you could hide that right there if you wanted to, or you could open. I'm going to keep it open just to show you. Your accounts. That's where you connect the underside. But what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna open up your strategies, and now you're gonna see the 4 scripts in your strategies here, and any other scripts you have. But you're gonna see the Thunderbird 1 minute buy divergence, Thunderbird 1 minute short divergence, it's just short. You're going to see the Thunderbird 5 minute buy, and you're going to see the Thunderbird 5 minute short. Those 4. And they'll be there. And say you want to use one of them. Say, all right, so I want to use the 1 minute, just like Johnny's using. I want to put that up there. So you click on that, and you add it to your just add it to that section there. Over here is your parameters. This is what you're able to adjust. And I'm going to go over this again. When I get the license, like I could either be doing this or getting the license out. So I'm actually doing this, and I should be getting the license out so everyone can do it. But it's just a lot of, just inputting a lot of stuff into databases to get things running. So we're going to try to get through this fast, and I'll get it out to you right now. But these are your parameters, and this is how you would change the parameters. And this enables you to put as many, your contract size. It's 5. It's defaulted to 5. It could be anything. And remember, it could be any. This doesn't need to be the ES. It could be the MES. All right. So everything's relative. So whatever index or whatever trading vehicle you're using, you adjust these accordingly. And now, right now, this is in ticks. These profits are in ticks. I should actually, in the next version, add that, give you the option to change that to points or percentage and stuff. I didn't even think about that. All right, I could do that pretty easy, though. And if you have any suggestions, that's what I want, because I want to continue to improve it.
Tradometer NQ oversold. Tradometer YM oversold.
All right, so take profits 1, meaning the first profit zone. And how many ticks? So it's ES, so we know 4 ticks is a point, so I just put it down 8 ticks, which represents 2 points. And in this market, it's nothing really. It's really nothing. You adjust it, according to market conditions and stuff. Market's actually selling off. You can see that behind this chart, it's starting to sell off here. But you would adjust that depending on what what the current conditions are and what the current conditions would give you on an average. Take profits. How much? What do you want to take off the first profit? How many contracts you want to take off? 2. You can put that 1, etc. Take profits 2. How many ticks? That's the second profit, second area up. So if you have a runner, you can put that up there. And and just continue to scale out on the way up. I put 16, so I doubled it. How many do I want to take off? I want to take off another 2. That's the 2 lot. A stop loss, original stop loss in the beginning of the trade. If it doesn't hit our profit zone, what's our stop loss? I put down 12 ticks. I put it as a default. You guys could change it. I would recommend changing it, again, depending on what you're using. Trailing stop ticks. So you want to have a trailing stop start to take off, start to follow it up. You tell me how many ticks do you want the price to be above, moving up before this starts, and that's what that is. Trailing start ticks. How many ticks higher do you want your trade to be? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 ticks would take us to the first profit zone. So lots of times I'll start I'll bring that up, and that would really start it after 8 ticks. And where does it start? 8 ticks underneath it. So if we're up 8 ticks and it starts at under 8 ticks, this actually starts at break even. So that's why I put the 8 and 8. And anything, if this was a 10 and you're looking at 10 ticks, you would do the same thing if you want to start a break even stop at that point. So just keep those 3 numbers the same. And then the trailing stop, when you want to trail it, how many ticks do you want to trail it by? And it's 1, 2. So I'll just do 1 for 1. And then your account that you're using, whatever you have attached to it, the SIM account is fine. Market's selling off here. You could use it under SIM, and I definitely advise that. That's what it's meant for. It's meant to identify the setups, and then you manually take the trades after you confirm the conditions. This cannot see, conditions, news, and stuff. It's very important. That's super important. That's the biggest thing. The fear of me putting it out there is I don't want people to just put it on and think they're going to make money in this overnight, Calculate on bar close or on every tick. I usually put it on every tick. Whatever you're attaching it to. Now I have different accounts set up. These are our SIM accounts to run these on the show when the show is on. Now I could put different. This is what I recommend, and I would, if you have longs and shorts, I would have 2 different charts up. Same trading vehicle, but if you're going to do 1 minute short, 1 minute long, I typically do put them both on the RockBot channel. But I find sometimes overnight, if there's volatility, it'll trigger 2, and there'll be a trade left on. It'll get in some kind of a conflict. Not all the time, but only at certain times it gets into a conflict. So to kind of get rid of that possibility of that happening, you could easily put have different charts. You could have 4 different charts, small charts. You could have a long, a short. You could have a 5 minute. You could have a flag chart. So I usually make if I have a different chart, I just label it. Here's my 1 minute super signal. Here's my 5 minute. Here's my 1 minute long divergence or short divergence. That's why I made these different accounts. You can make those on your NinjaTrader platform. Market's selling off pretty hard now. And then everything else is pretty much it stays the same. If you don't want the label up on the chart, maximum bars, look back. That's all defaulted in here. You could change the bars required to trade. Usually requires in the beginning when you turn it on, I think 20 bars. And I'm not sure if that's correct or not. I never really even used it, never changed it, never touched it. But that might be interesting, because if that does mean, that's quite a long time. If it's a 5 minute chart, it's like it's not taking any trades after 25 minute bars. That's yeah, all right. But that's a 1 minute. So that's like 20 minutes. That's I'm curious to see, but that's doesn't sound right, because I get these setups, especially in the morning. All right, and then everything else is pretty much normal. Then you apply it. Well, actually, you want to go over here to enable. There's an enable button. You have to make sure you enable it, and then apply it. And then it should pop up on. Let me get OK out of the way. And there it is. And very similar to what you're seeing on the RockBot right now. If you looked over to the RockBot. So, you know, so there was a little hop and drop there. And then, you know, like I said, you can add other scripts to it. So I might want to add on this chart, you know, the short. So let's add the short on there. 1 minute short. I already, again, I adjusted this and defaulted it to higher numbers based off of the recent volatility because I've been updating this as I go along. So this is all right, defaulted to a, you know, giving us enough running room to get the most out of a trade. And this is on the sim, so I'll put this one on over the top of it. That means they'll both be running. Like I said, I did sometimes experience a freeze up on it. Enable, and then I enable, and both of the scripts should show up in the top left here. So it says 1 minute buy, and it says 1 minute short. Start the video back up here and just talk about a couple other things on here. Like I said, I want to get my template out there. So you have the moving averages. You have the 9.3, the 14.3, the 60.10. I'm using, because there's just one line on the stochastics, I like that a lot, much better having the dual lines. I'm using the percentage D line, which is the signal line. That's the line that after the moving averages are applied, this is your line you want to really use. And look at this market here, sell. So our hedge might work out now. Market here selling off pretty good. So, all right, so what I'm going to do now is send out, well, I'm going to start putting the licenses into the license thing, and the script will be posted right when Paul gets home. Paul's actually went to see his mom and stuff, so he went to go, so when he gets home, he's going to post that on the link. You're going to be able to download it and be able to run it. Again, this video goes out to say do not run it and let it just go by itself. It's not meant for that. Too many things can go wrong. But use it as a tool, a hands-on tool that you can adjust. This is a very valuable tool. And it'll always be updated because I'm using it too. So I want to update it, and we'll put out new versions of it. And then the next batch, if I get that out tomorrow maybe, will be the bull and bear flag, and then I'll do the super signal, which is really good. But that requires a whole video to explain how to use it and how to set it up properly. So there's two scripts you have to use together. So it's it's not that complicated. Right? Easy enough to learn. So I'm going to start doing that now. I'm going to stop the video. I just wanted to catch you up on what to do to get it in. Remember, go to your main trader dashboard here. Go tools, import. Again, you went to the RockBot page and you downloaded the file first. So you go to RockBot page, download the file onto your computer. Everything should already be set. And then this is how you would get it from your computer. So you go to Tools, Import, NinjaScript Add-on. It should be the last zip file that last zip file that comes in onto your downloads or wherever you download it from. Click on it, and it'll install, and it'll say installed, and then you'll have it. And then you could go, when you have a chart up, you go to your, and you'll see them listed here, and there'll be 4 of them, and the parameters. And we'll go over more and more. I'm here all the time with you, so if you have any questions on it, I love talking about it and showing, talking about it. So let me get that out now. Let's start getting those codes out here, because if I keep on talking, I'll never get it done. And I'm here with you. We leave this running. We're going to leave the script running, and maybe I could explain some things as the script is running. All right, I'll come back. I won't actually kill the video yet. If we get a signal, we'll record the signal and see what happens.